Hello and welcome back to another video. So I'm out early this morning before I head off because I need to set up provisions for the cows while I'm away. So I'm heading to the ploughing for one day, then I'm coming back and then I'm flying out to Greece. So I've set up the water here now. I'll probably have to top it up now before I head off again. But I have it set up on pallets there so that I don't need anybody to be coming up and down using the tractor to fill the water. I didn't think I'd need water in September in Kerry because you can be sure it's always raining here, especially at the end or towards the end of September anyway. But no, there is lots of sunshine forecast. So I said I'd set that up just to be on the safe side. So my sister will probably just have to come down once a day to fill it up. I don't think my dad will be able to get at it because it's quite close to the fence there, but she'll be all right doing that, I hope. But look, they have water there now anyway. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. And it might actually never see the light of day, depending on how it goes. But last year, a lot of people were asking me why didn't I film the ploughing that they would have liked to have seen a bit. So I'll do my best to film a bit of it this time. And I'll probably actually give the camera or the phone to Rob for most of it. I don't love videoing in public because I feel like a bit of a phony because everybody's around with their GoPros and I use my phone, my cheap old phone, to do the recording, so I feel like a bit of an idiot. But look, I'll get a few clips anyway, hopefully, and it might only be a short video, but it'll give people an idea of what it's like. A lot of Irish people anyway will have been to the ploughing at some stage or another, but for those further afield or those who haven't been, it's an experience to be there. I couldn't believe the size of it. So I'll just show you what I'm looking at and things like that, and hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll put it together while I'm over in Greece sunning myself, hopefully. But anyway, I have to go, I have to get ready. We're going to hit the road to Laois this evening. We've booked into a nice hotel up there, said I'd treat myself, start the holidays right, and we've dinner booked there and everything. So I must go up now, get myself sorted and hit the road. Now myself and Rob have just landed and we are making our way in from the car park. There is a big change this year compared to last year. The ground is rock hard beneath us. This time last year we were traipsing through mud and things. So lovely morning here as well, as you can see behind me, but we'll get in and see what's going on. I'm going to voice over most of it because of course I forgot my mics, but this is just anyway to start by giving an idea of how busy it was first thing in the morning, and it got a lot busier after that. 75,000 people there. But anyway, start the day with a cup of tea and then I was on to Agriland. I had planned to do a bit of an interview there with Louise. So again, I would have shown you this interview, but there was just so much background noise, I couldn't. But it was just about me and how I got into social media, I suppose, really, and challenges I face farming. But if you do want to have a look at it anyway, it's over on the Agriland YouTube page. So you'll find it there. I'd say it's down a few videos at this point. And then it was on to Country Farm Supplies, just to call in, have a look around, have a chat with Jason. It's just kind of one of those places that has everything at the ploughing. So I just call in to see what's on show and if there's anything new out and about. And of course it didn't take long until I found the animals. My biggest issue at times with the ploughing is the lack of animals. They are few and far between, so I do try and see as many of them as I can when I'm there. But look at this for a beast. I'd say well over the ton mark there by the big fella, but yeah, they were lovely, a gorgeous shine on them, the Angus's there. And we didn't only have Angus, we had the Fleckvi, is that how you pronounce it? I'm not entirely sure, but they are very pretty animals in fairness, and also quiet. Also got to see a few sheep. I know absolutely nothing about sheep, but I do like to have a look at them when they're there. I assume these are good sheep. And then of course I got to see a pig as well, which I would never really see unless at a show. And after the animals then I made my way up to Tapari, and I called into Giles just to have a chat with him about their crush systems that they have there. So I'm sure a lot of people will have seen their sheep races, and I don't know, do you call them crushes when they're for sheep? But I actually didn't know that they did ones for cattle until recently. So I said I'd call up and have a look. And so Giles kind of talked me through this one. This one is all hydraulic now, which would be a little bit over the top for me maybe, but it was very impressive. And he's just basically showing me here the anti-backing system that they have. So the bar will go the whole way up there, and it will kind of follow the animal, and then those little notches stop it from going backwards. And you have a separate row for calves, which was just music to my ears. You know, it's just adapted to suit all size animals really, so you can see it working there. Very handy. These crushes have definitely thought of everything anyway, but they are really the creme de la creme. I think there was a fair bit of interest in them now, in fairness, and thank you to everyone who came up to me as well while I was there. I had chats with a good few people at Tapari, so obviously they are popular. He's just showing me the vet gate there, so that goes down, so there's no fear of kicking or anything. Vet, AI man, whatever it is, can go in there and work at the back of the animal. So it was fierce impressive. I think I look like I'm taking it all in there anyway. After Tapari then, I went down to the Port West stand to make the most feeble attempt I have ever made at throwing a welly. I really thought I was going to be good at this for some reason. There is nothing to suggest that I would be good at this, but yeah, you'd think the amount of Olympics I watched during the summer would make me better, but no. So then I called down to Ploughing. They were showing their new trailing shoe, as if I'd know anything about slurry or a trailing shoe, but sure, I had to go down and have a look anyway at what else was on offer. And then I made my way over to the vintage section, where I felt more at home for sure. Definitely thought there was a better selection of vintage this year than last year, although maybe that's just in my head. But look at all these lovely shiny Massies. My 135 wouldn't look great up against some of those, but this is the nearest one I could find to my own Massie. But I think my own Massie slightly has the upper hand on this one. This one had the Duncan cab as well. And then this, I was just amazed by this tractor. Never heard of that brand or anything, but you know, real old school. Then I headed to the EU tent. I was doing a bit of work for them with just videoing and things. So I went to see the Wormery. They were doing tractor races. There was a lot of stuff there. There was suppliers there with the GPO and the GPI trademark, and they were just showing funding opportunities and things like that. It was actually a really busy tent, and probably busier than I thought it would be, to be honest. I finished off the day then with an interview with Herdwatch alongside Sophie Bell, Farmer Phil and Carol from YouTube. So I'll let you have a look at this. I haven't included the whole lot, but if you do want to see the full interview, it's over on the Herdwatch YouTube page.
Interesting story is you're, say, not new to social media, but probably out of the four, one of the newest in terms of, you know, you're so successful now on YouTube. You've shot up there in recent months, but talk to me about how you went from having your full-time job and now why are you like pulled back into the beauty that is suckler farming.
Yeah, I suppose growing up I had I wouldn't say I had no interest. When I was very small I used to go down to the shed to my granddad at the weekends and things, but we were never really encouraged to farm, being a family of 4 girls, I suppose, and my mother being a major townie. She just did not push it on us at all. So I went away to college anyway, and unfortunately my dad had an accident 10 years ago now. It's hard to believe it was that long ago. He was working in an old house as a carpenter and he fell down through the attic space, and just whatever way he fell, he's paralysed from the chest down now. So obviously he had taken the farm from my granddad, and there was nobody to do it really, and it kind of came a time where we needed to decide, are we going to let it go, are we going to lease it out, or what's going to happen? And to be honest, it was just good fortune as well. I got a different position in my current full-time job, which meant I could move back home, start building the house, and with that I moved in with the parents and started feeding the cattle in the winter. And my dad told the neighbour, just stay on standby there because she'll get sick of this fairly quickly, and it's been nearly 5 years now and I'm still at it. So that's how I came about suckler farming.
And you can see yourself continuing on with it?
Ah yeah, there's no backing out of it now. I'm in too deep at this stage. Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be something outside it could be something inside your own operation at home. If you were to change one thing about agriculture, about what you do, about something on the farm that's annoying you, or something you hope to do in the next few years, what would it be?
That is such a difficult question because there is so many things. I could start reaming off a list of things here now. But look, for us at the moment, every year that goes by now, we just want to keep improving the breeding in the cattle that we're breeding, because I think as a suckler farmer, and especially small time like we are, if you're not breeding to the highest quality that you can, you're absolutely wasting your time, because it is very, very difficult to make anything from suckler farming as it is. So for us, it's just to try and up our game as much as we can there and just breed the highest quality that we can.
That was a good answer. Karen, for you then, yes, you had an interest in farming, obviously. You wouldn't have done it if you didn't have an interest in it. You wouldn't have kept it up this many years. But it must have been tough, your specific situation, getting into it. How did you, apart from, was it just literally learning alongside your dad that you coped and that you learned it? Because I assume you're still learning, because I'm still, you go out onto the farm, you learn something new every day. You go online, you learn something new off whoever you're following. But what was it like for you, just literally being thrown in there? You had no choice really as such. You could have escaped it, but you didn't. But just talk to me a little bit about the challenges for you specifically.
Yeah, I suppose when I started, I genuinely believed I was just going to feed the cows for the winter. And then come springtime, they just go out into the field and they're fine. And that was what farming was. So then when the calves started coming along and my dad handed me the dehorner, it's like, what am I supposed to do with this? And it is still one of those jobs that I absolutely hate doing on the farm. But I mean, it was a massive learning curve. I do always say I wish I just got into it a bit earlier, because I'm looking at 15, 16-year-olds that have far more knowledge than I do at the moment. So all I'm trying to do is soak up every bit of information from my dad. And I suppose I'm very lucky that he's still, although he is disabled, he's still very much able to come out with me, show me exactly what to do. He has the patience of a saint sometimes, because our brains do not work the same way, but somehow he gets through to me and we get the job done. But yeah, it's learning every single day. But again, as you said, it's on social media, looking at something somebody else is doing, or even on my own videos, people will give me hints and tips of how to do things easier, quicker, and all those things help. Now I am just back from the ploughing this minute. I ran up the fields, as you'll tell, because I am out of breath, just to take away the reel to give the yearlings this whole field, because I might be under pressure tomorrow just with us getting the flight. So I said, at least I'll do this evening. and in the morning then I can just look after the cows. So look at the moon there, it's amazing. It's some sort of super moon. Tonight it looks absolutely amazing. You probably can't really tell on the screen, but it is lovely. So I've these guys taken care of on the ploughing. I didn't get to record everything I wanted to because, again, my battery died, of course. And one big disappointment was that I actually didn't get to see any ploughing. That's 2 years now and I haven't seen any ploughing at the ploughing. But it's just too far away. I just couldn't do it in one day. So look, hopefully next year. So sorry, because I did want to include it in this because I thought it would be nice, but it just wasn't to be today. To be honest, I've no idea what the clips will be like or if it's of any interest to anyone, but hopefully you'll get something out of it anyway. I can't imagine it's an overly long video today anyway, but I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone that came up to me today and said hello. It was fantastic to meet everyone, and people were so kind and interested and whatnot, so I really do appreciate all of it. So I'll leave it there for this week. So thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.